Alright, which of the following is the same as 10 liters, 40 ml? You have to first know that 1 liter is 1000 ml. 10 liters, you just basically need to add one more zero, right? 10,000 ml. If it's 10 liter and 40 ml, you just need to add a 40 ml to this 10,000 ml. You'll get 10040 ml. Answer is option number 3. Go to question 5. What's the value of x? First, zoom inside the scale. Take a look at the difference. From 6.8 to 6.9, you go by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 intervals, okay? We don't count the line like that, okay? We don't count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, okay? Look at the intervals, like from here to here, how many? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it takes 5 intervals to go from 6.8 to 6.9. So first, we need to find 5 intervals, right? It increased from 6.8 to 6.9. So basically, it increased by a value of 6.9 minus 6.8. You will get a 0.1. So if I want to find one interval, right, I will need to take 0.1 divided by 5. So in this case, if everything is in decimal, you do your long division in decimal as well. So you will take 0.1 divided by 5. So 5 times 0 give you a 0. You minus first. Okay, then there's a decimal point here, right? So just repeat on top as well. Put the decimal on top. Then you bring down the 1. 5 times what give you 1? You realize that still cannot, right? So it must still be a 0. Then you minus. You get a 1 again. Then now always introduce 0 at the back, right? To continue finishing the long division for decimal. So end up, if it's a 0, you bring down it's a 10. So you know it's 5 times 2 give you a 10, right? So basically, right, you know every interval, right, is actually basically increasing a value of 0.02. This is 6.8, this is 6.9. This one, can you tell me what is it first? 7.0, right? Correct. So then, if every interval is 0.02, 7.02. Next one, okay, 7.04. And then the last one here, 7.06. And that's how you get your answer. Option number 2. In the game, 8 children were seated in a circle as shown below. A box of 117 marbles will pass from child A to the next in clockwise direction. It's go like this, right? This is your clockwise direction. In every turn, each child was only to take one marble from the box before it was passed to the next child. This continued until the marbles were taken. How many marbles did child D get? For this question, it's very important to know where you start also. First child is which alphabet? A, right? Yes, because they say from A, okay? Every time you pass the marble, you go like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a box of 117 marbles. So what will you do first? Divide by 8, you're right. 117 divided by 8. Okay, this type of question, go and do it in long division and go and get the remainder out. We're going to look at 11, right? Okay? We know that 8 times 1 give you the biggest number. Okay, that you can put below 11 is a 8. And then 11 minus 8, you will get a 3. Bring it down is a 37. 8 times what give you the biggest number you can put below 37? So times 4, yeah. So you will get 32, right? Okay, so then you will have a remainder of 5. What does it mean by 14 remainder 5 right here? So basically, right, when you divide by 8, what does 8 represent? The 8 represent means you already give one round already. And you get 14 times, right? 14 of the 8, right? Means actually all of them receive 14 each already. So after you finish that 14 sets, you still got remainder 1 is where? Because you start at A, right? So when you finish that time, this one is remainder 1, remainder 2, remainder 3, remainder 4, remainder 5. When you want to find out D get how many? Is actually 14 plus that remainder 1 marble, which comes from the remainder 3. Okay, the third marble. So that's why your answer, right, is 15. Okay, so it's option number 2. Question 28. We have Mrs. Low bought some chocolate and vanilla muffins. 3/4 of her muffins were chocolate. Her muffins, okay, is 4 units. Out of the 4 units, 3 units are the chocolate ones. So how you understand is, basically, right, chocolate, right, is 3 unit and your total is 4 unit. The rest were vanilla. So basically, if you want to find the vanilla, what is the fraction? 1/4, correct. Because 1 whole minus 3/4, you get 1/4. Okay. She bought another 60 muffins, but it's vanilla. The fact is, the vanilla you buy, right? So what has changed is your vanilla. Alright, so what didn't change? It must be your Chocolate never change, right? Yes. Whatever fraction just now I had was at first. Now in the end, what happened? In the end, 1/3 of the muffins were chocolate. So it means out of 3, 1 were chocolate, right? So chocolate out of your total now is 1/3. The fact that you add more vanilla, your total got change or never change? Change. She buy more vanilla means the total increase, what? You all tell me total increase, right? So you cannot make denominator same, right? But what didn't change is your chocolate, right? So this is what you're going to do. You are going to make the numerator the same. So you need to multiply by 3, multiply by 3. That's how you get 3/9. Okay, chocolate is the same already. Means the unit size is the same already, okay? 3 unit here, the size is the same as the unit size here. Okay, it's the same already. Which, in other words, you also can conclude just now your total was 4 unit. Now your total is actually a 9 unit. 9 unit minus 4 unit. How come it increased by that 5 unit? It increased by the 5 unit because she buy another 60 more vanilla. Do you agree with me? So 60 divided by 5, you get a 12. How many muffins did Mrs. Law have at first? Okay, at first it must be out of 4 unit, right? So you just find 4 unit, you can take 12 times 4. If not, you take 60 minus 12 also can. So I will take 4 times 12, then I will get 40. Then that's the answer. Question 30, you have a piece of paper in the shape of trapezium folded as shown here. When you have a folding question, the part that you fold, okay, it's going to be the same angle. So if here is a P, then here is also going to be a P. This and this will be the same. But how do you even get that? Can you see that it's a trapezium? Trapezium means interior angles, they add up become how many degrees? Like this and this add up become 180, yes. You will take 180, minus away the 90 here, minus away the 64 here, and then whatever left here and here, they're the same, right? That's why you will divide by 2. That's how you get 13 degree. 13 degree here, and 13 degree here. Using the same property, y'all tell me this and this will add up become 180, right? So isn't it, I can find this one. Everyone, how do I find this one? 180 minus away 53. That's how you get 127. Yes, 127. Okay, that is very easy already. Now you're left with this triangle, right, everybody? Angle sum in triangle add up to 180. So this plus this plus this is 180, right? So to find your angle P, 180 minus away 13 degrees minus away 127 degrees. That's how you get 40 degrees. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, everyone, do you see the pattern? Your one set is how many shapes? 6 shapes. Okay, so basically you identify is like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so your one set is basically 2 lightning plus 3 stars plus 1 heart. Which you all tell me is 6 shapes, correct? Now, they tell you there were 50 stars on the strip of the ribbon. When they say 50 stars, you don't divide by 6. It's about stars. So I need you to divide by 3 because one set got 3 stars. So number of sets is taking 50 stars divided by 3 stars. Then you have 16 remainder 2 stars. So if you got 16 sets, one set got 6 shapes. So 16 sets, 16 times 6, agree with me? You got 96 shapes. Whenever you finish one set, it's like this, right? Now, when you have remainder 2 stars, it must start from the next set, right? So, your remainder first star. This is a lining, right? So, your first star remainder 1 star is here. Then you got heart, right? Then your remainder 2 star is here. Which also means, right, you must take 96 plus how many more shapes? When you end here that time, how many shapes are there you need to add? Plus 4, right? That's how you get 100 is your answer. We have money collected from 30 students and 1 form teacher for a class party. $15 was collected each student. $75 collected from the form teacher. 3/7 of the total amount collected was to buy food items. 1/12 of the remainder was spent on chocolate. You spent some money on drinks. There was $98 left. What was the total amount of money collected? If you have 30 students, one student you collect $15, right? 30 multiplied by $15. If you have 1 form teacher, and form teacher, you collect $75. So that means the form teacher only pays $75, right? So altogether, if you go and calculate this amount, right, you already find the total amount, which is 525. So part B, we have remainder question. Remainder question means I will do branching. Total is 7 unit, 3 unit is used to buy food. So your remainder actually is 7 minus 3, you get 4 unit first. Then now you look at this, the remainder, right? Okay, now it's 12 unit. Out of that 12 unit of remainder, 1 unit is spent on chocolate. Can you understand this? So now your remainder, right, you're going to write below is the 12 unit, okay, that come from the denominator. 1 unit is on chocolate. After that, okay, you get that 11 unit. Okay, this one is a bit tricky. Y'all tell me, 11 unit, what does it represent? It's your drinks plus the $98 left. We need to make remainder the same. You have 12 unit below, but you have 4 unit on top, right? So to make it the same, you need to multiply by 3. And you multiply by 3 to all the numbers coming from the same branch. Here you get a 12 unit. This one you times 3, you get a 21 unit. And this one you times 3, you get a 9 unit. Now I just want you to do a check. When you do a check, right, you're going to circle the units, okay? From bottom up. 11 plus 1 give you 12 is your remainder. 12 plus 9, your food, give you 21, that's your total. So if all this match up, right, that means you're doing correctly. All the money here, the 525, is just the total money here before it got spread out to buying the food, chocolate and drinks and the left. 21 unit equals to $525. So your 1 unit is 525 divided by 21, which is 25. Now, if you want to find out how much money was spent on drinks, means you need to focus in this part here, right? 11 unit is 11 multiplied by $25. That's how you get $275, okay? So whatever you spend here, right, is $275, in which, right, you know, $98 is the money left. So how about your drinks? Now you minus, you take 11 units, which is 275, minus away the $98, then you'll find the drinks, which is 177. Okay, so that's how you solve this question. Amelia had 2 rows of stickers of the same length but different designs. She cut out the first row of stickers into equal pieces of 30 cm, 7 smiley faces on each piece of stickers as shown below. Then she cut out second row of stickers, equal pieces of 50 cm, which is basically this whole thing. It's 8 stars. After cutting out both rows of stickers, there were 1, 3, 2 more smiley face than stars. They are giving you the total difference. And then find the length of 1 row of stickers. Now, to be able to do this question, right, you need to first identify the most important keyword in here. Then we can even get started. Y'all say that is same length. Same length means what? Means your sticker for this one and this one, right? It must be same length. But currently it's 30 cm and 50 cm. It's not same length yet, right? So how do you make 30 cm and 50 cm same length? You must look at the lowest common multiple. Am I right? What's the lowest common multiple of 30 and 50? 30 and 50. 150, yes. 30 cm, okay, give you 7 smiley face. 50 cm, it give you 8 stars. To make it to 150 cm, I know that here I need to times 5. So here I will also times 5. I will get 35. Here I will multiply by 3. We get a 24 star. If they give you total difference, you must find the difference here also. Your difference in one set, right, is 35 minus 24. So when you minus, right, your difference is 11. And the difference of 11 will accumulate until it becomes 132, right? That's your total difference. So to find how many sets are there, you'll take 132 divided by 11. And you will get 12 sets. Now, once you get 12 sets, you want to find the length of 1 row. Your 1 row of ribbon is the one that we need to make them same length, right? So your 1 row of ribbon is how many cm? 150, yes. So you have 12 sets of this 150, right? 1800, yes, 1800. 1800 cm. Yeah. Since this question never state the unit, right? So in fact, if you go and give them 18 meter, is also okay. 18 meter, also okay. Yeah. They tell you got 2 parallelogram. This one is your parallelogram, this one is your parallelogram. Okay, so based on what you know about your parallelogram, right? Diagonally opposite angles are same. So if you know this is 78, you must know this is 78 also. I know that there's a lot of line thing here, right? Line thing. But actually, right, this one are drawn by humans. They shouldn't be there. Maybe if I give you the context, you can solve already. Yeah, you just need to know that this one is isosceles. If this is isosceles, right, you can take 180 minus away 44 degrees, then you divide by 2. Because these two angles are the same, you will get 68 degrees. Then now, right, you can look at this angles at a point. This plus this plus this plus this is 360, right? So to find this angle, you just take 360 minus 108 minus 78 minus 68, and you will get the last angle should be 106. Once you get 106, since it's a parallelogram, so diagonally opposite angles are the same, so this will be the same as this. That's why you find angle W already, which is 106. Yes. Then I think the next one should be quite okay. GFE, which is this one. This whole thing. Okay, we already found like this one already. So now you just need to look at this parallelogram. Parallelogram, we got parallel lines. So parallel lines tell us that this plus this is 180. That's why to find just this angle alone, we take 180 minus 106. Okay, you'll get 74 degrees due to interior angle. Then now to find this whole thing, you just simply need to add these two values up. Okay, which is 74 plus 68. You will get a 142. We have some adults and children at the game station X and Y. 2/5 of the children at game station X were boys. So do you agree with me? Girls at game station X, right, is basically 3 out of 5. I take 1 whole minus 2/5. Then I have 3/4 of the children at game station Y were girls. There were twice as many children in station Y than in station X. Your children must come from your numerator or denominator. It must be denominator, yeah. So for your children, right, to be twice in Y than X means, right, this must be twice of this. How do you make it twice? Can you see it's very hard if you don't do ratio? I got Y to X, right, for children, right? I know it's 2 to 1. Okay, twice is 2 to 1. Am I right? If my Y here is 4, right, I will just basically times 2. Then I will get 4 to 2. The thing is, your X here is a 5. But your X here is a 2. You must times 5. Times 5. Then you make it to 20 is to 10. So I must times 2 times 2. Okay, I will get 6 over 10. My Y, right, I make my children to 20, right? It means here I must times 5 times 5. What fraction of the total number of children in both stations were girls? So basically, we want the girls out of your total, okay, children. Your girls here is 6. Your girls here is 15, right? So girls is 6 unit plus 15 unit. Your total, right, is 10 plus 20. So that will give us 21 over 30. Give your answer the simplest one, right? Divide by 3. Then you get 7 over 10. Yeah, so that's your answer. Part B. 3/5 of all the participants in game station X and Y were adults. On average, each adult won 38 coins from the game. Each child won 62 coins. A total of this amount of coins were won by all the participants. How many participants were children? Okay, now whatever here is given is adults. But then remember, right, just now everything earlier part is all about children. So don't focus on adults, focus on children. Now, if adults is 3/5, can you tell me children is what fraction? 2/5 of the total, right? 1 whole minus 3/5, right, of the participant is 2/5, which is your children. Just now our children, I don't want you to use the 10 unit here. Use 30. Why? Because 30, then you can have the exact breakdown of 6 unit coming from X, girls. 15 unit coming from girls in team Y. This one you simplify already, means you cannot use the original numbers already. So for this question, for part B, I would recommend you use the total, which is 30 unit. 2/5 of total is actually 30 units. So 1/5 of the total is 30 unit divided by 2, you get 15 unit. So if you want to focus in adults, right, that is 3/5 of the total. That will be 3 multiplied by 15 units. You'll get a 45 units. This is quantity times value already in the next part. Because now you got children, you got adults in terms of units, but now you want to make it into coins. Each adult won 38 coins. So 45 units of adults, all your adults, right, you will win 38 coins. So you must times 38. Then, right, you got 30 units for children. Every child won 62 coins. So basically, right, when you go and calculate this, 45 times 38, you will get 1860 unit. Then you go and take 30 times 62. You'll get 1710 unit. Unit times number give you unit. Then now you take 1860 plus 1710 units, you get 3570 units. And what is this units about? This is how many coins in total you have, which is 42840. So to find 1 unit is 42840 divided by 3570. That's how you get a 12. And then last of all, how many participants were children? Is 30 units. Just now we found already. 30 times 12. That's how you get 360.